my name is Bob, and I love my two-car garage. Today, I'm going to show you how to use this router table that we made last time. Now, a couple things that you might have noticed. Number one, I did not make a fence for it, and I didn't do that because I already had one. But also, I don't use it that much. And the disadvantage, of course, is that you don't have a place for dust collection. And this particular one right here, if I wanted to have dust collection, then I could attach that right there. And actually, I don't use dust collection that much. I just kind of let the chips fly where they may. However, if you want to make a really simple one, I'm going to show you right now how to do that with just a piece of wood like this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this board and I'm going to drill a hole right there. I'm going to come back from the edge of my wood right here, half the distance of the diameter of this bit right here, which is going to be, and I'm going to use this Forstner bit, and so I'm going to make a little mark right there. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to come back from the edge of the wood. Looks like about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to drill a hole. By the way, whenever you drill a large hole on your drill press, make sure that you have something to back up your piece that you're drilling. You don't want your bit to get mangled up on the metal table. Now, I only need half this hole, so I'm going to cut half of it off. Well, looky there. Quick and easy router fence. And now I got to mount my router bit in my router. I got so many choices here. I got a cove, I got a rounding over bit, I got another rounding over bit, I got a bead, I got a OG with a bead, got another cove, I got a bevel, got lots of choices. Slide that guy in there like that, take it in all the way, bring it out a little bit, and tighten that guy up. Sure, it's good and tight. This guy spins fast. Now, one of the really nice things about these drop-in router tables is that I can do everything up here and then just drop it down in. So, there we go. Should fit nice and snug. You don't want this thing wiggling around. Couple things. Number one, you're going to move from right to left. Remember, when I'm holding the router in my hands, I'm going to go from left to right. But because this thing is turned upside down, I'm doing the opposite. I'm actually moving against the rotation of the cutter. That's important, otherwise it's going to get away from you. You want to clamp the table down, of course. And then it is a good idea to do it a little bit at a time. Now, especially if you have a big cutter. So you don't have to take it off all at once. If you have really a difficult grain on your wood, it'll come out nicer. So you don't have to take everything off at once. Got to be really careful when you get to the corners, because sometimes the cutter will grab on that corner right there and take a big chunk of wood out, or grab the wood away from you. So go really careful around the corners, kind of creep up on them. That looks good. That is a cool looking edge. And that is a cool looking edge. Now, 90% of the time I use my router without a fence, but I'm going to show you how this is done and show you a good practical application for this, for the fence. So I'm going to use this little cheap one that we made. I'm going to put that down there like that. I'm going to use a piece of 1/2 inch material right here. I'm going to put it on the face of the fence and next to the bit. And that is where I'm going to clamp my fence down to. I'm going to use these little clamps right here, which work great. Little mini bar clamps. I'll clamp it down on that side. Check out my distance again. And clamp it down on that side. And that is going to place my straight cutting router bit about a ½ an inch away from the fence. Too high, so I'm going to adjust it down. And that is a good way to do this. A little groove. Now, I could have done that little groove on the table saw, but on the router, I can do this. And I got myself a little mortise. Pretty cool, huh? This little plaque right here that I made, we branded an S under here, and this is walnut. And this is a perfect use for the router in the table. So I'm going to run a rounding over bit along the edge, because this is way too small to clamp. Yeah, that looks nice. Burned a little bit on the edge there, so I'll need to sand it off, but a router table does all kinds of cool things. All right, we're going to end this third episode on the router with a word of wisdom from Bob's Two-Car Garage. There are 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. If you read one a day, you will know the mind of the wisest man that ever lived. And that is a good thing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and/or subscribe.